and welcome to Ryno's Ravens review. I am the Angry Ryno. Well, that game did not go the way we wanted it to go. But one thing's for sure, it was a hell of a football game. Now, as you can see here, I am on BaltimoreRavens.com in the Game Center box score thing. You can see Pittsburgh beat the Ravens 16-13. Offensive numbers for the Ravens went about the way they had been going. Very low passing yards. Rushing yards were down a little bit. Pittsburgh kind of played a six-man front with two linebackers behind for most of the game. And it didn't affect Dobbins too much. He was able to average, what is that? 5, I don't know, my math is shit, but around 5-ish yards a carry, which is pretty good. They did really stifle Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards has a little bit less of a burst than Dobbins, so not having our two-headed monster really didn't help at all. Man, I'm still shaking my head the way this game went. The first drive for the Steelers, it looked very scripted, as they usually are. They definitely had a plan of what they wanted to do. They made it known. They did get into the red zone. Brandon Stevens had a marvelous play. Cornerback play has been in question the past several weeks. Last night, even though the Ravens did lose and Pittsburgh was able to pass the ball, I think the cornerbacks played very well. The first half, at the end of the drive, what I'm talking about is there was a fade pattern to the right side. And a lot of hand fighting with Stevens and Pickens. Well, name's on the list here. Yeah, should have been Pickens. Got his head around at the last moment, found the ball, and tipped it away. So that was a great play. It definitely did help keep the game close and make it a highly competitive game throughout, as Ravens Steelers usually is. Moving on to John Harbaugh. It's been his coaching style has been in question, by me anyway, over the past several weeks. Made another challenge of a ball spot. He did win this one. It was fairly obvious that the first down was made. I don't even know how you got that wrong. Of course, I usually do think the refs lean towards more Pittsburgh in their call favorites. But that's just me. I don't really like the officiating, and I like the Ravens, and of course they don't mesh up the way I want them to. Timeouts did become a factor in the fourth quarter during Pittsburgh's final drive. Harbaugh finally did something I like anyway, and used his timeouts to aid his defense. And hopefully, and also the tactic there is to save time on the clock. Pittsburgh has the ball. They're driving. Yes, they do want to score, but they also do want to use up clock. Using timeouts there prevents that. But they only had 2 to use because they had to use the third. I can't remember. Somewhere in the third quarter, I think. Personnel problems. Not being able to get the right guys in and off the field. That is a coaching issue. Also, it's harder, I understand, if your opposing offense is moving relatively quickly and subbing out. You want to sub out too. Some confusion can happen, especially when you're trying to go really fast. Going on to Greg Roman, who's also been heavily scrutinized the past several weeks. One thing I noticed, and one thing I've talked about, his goofy ass motion, dumb bullshit he plays that he likes to do, heavy motion, he's using that for Ricard a lot. Making him run in between the quarterback and the center often, which can work and did work a few times where he started Ricard on the left side of the line and then moved him over to the right side of the line where TJ Watt was. He was able to neutralize TJ Watt a few times. Of course, it's TJ Watt, so he was going to win. TJ Watt was going to win that battle more often than not because he's that good. But during one of them, Pat Ricard, big 800,000-pound Pat Ricard, has to do a ballerina move to get out of the way of the damn snap because Greg Roman's like, oh, let's keep running you back and forth from either line of scrimmage and snap the ball while you're running near where the snap is taking place. Why? Do you not understand that when you have, one, if you have somebody that big running behind the damn center, at some point there's going to be timing mishap issue-ish, depending on how you want to use the word there. And he's either going to get hit by the ball or he's going to have to do some Olay like he's a damn bullfighter to get out of the way of the stupid ball so the ball can get to the quarterback. Stop doing that stupid motion shit so damn much. You're getting too cute and you're just looking like an idiot. Now on to why I think the Ravens lost this game. And it's the offense. In the fourth quarter, the Ravens had the lead at the start of the fourth quarter. Yes, Pittsburgh did start the fourth quarter with the ball. So time of possession, it may favor Pittsburgh a little bit there. But the Ravens were winning. They had 3 total possessions in the fourth quarter. One of those was the final possession they had, which they took about 55 seconds left in the game, that did end up in Huntley throwing an interception. But the 2 before that, see, looking at my notes here, both were a 3 and out. They gained a total of, let's see, on the first drive, the first 3 and out, they lost 2 yards. That one was after that huge return by Hill onto Pittsburgh's side of the field. And instead of gaining a few yards to get a field goal, you've lost 2 yards. You can't come up with some damn offensive play to get you a few damn yards to get you in range of Justin Tucker. You're just trash. You're a terrible offensive coordinator. Holy shit. Oh, we're on like Pittsburgh's 42-yard line. We need to get like 2 yards so Justin Tucker can have a chance at a 57-yard field goal. No, what did you do? You lost 2 yards. Holy shit. Like, can you not get 2 yards when you have to? You had 3 chances to move the ball a few yards. Couldn't do it. Terrible. So then what happened? You punted the ball away. Your defense held-ish. They did give up another field goal in there, I think. Steelers kicked 3 field goals and got a touchdown, which isn't bad. 16 points given up by a defense is pretty good in today's NFL. So you got the ball again. You did a little better this time. You gained 8 yards. You gained 8 yards and punted again. Not great. You did use up almost 2 minutes. But overall, in the fourth quarter, you had 3 possessions and you didn't even get to 4 minutes. You didn't even hold the ball for 4 minutes during 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. Yes, there was the one at the end where they got it at like 56 seconds or whatever. Really only had it for 30 or 40 seconds because they threw a pick and then Pittsburgh ended up doing a victory formation. But it's the two previous possessions. You had it twice. You used up 50 seconds the first time after the huge return. Not only could you not gain yards, you lost yards, and you only used 50 seconds. Wow, that's terrible. The second time you did a little better. You used up 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the clock-ish. Not exact numbers, because it's me watching the game. I recorded and, write down my little notes and trying to do math in my head. So it's not exact. It is about 3 minutes total between the two possessions and only gaining 6 yards. Because they lost the 2 on the one possession, they gained 8, 6 yards. Yes. After that, your defense is going to give up a touchdown. What do you expect? What do you expect? You're making the defense play it's a 15-minute quarter. You hold the ball somewhere between 4 and 3 minutes. 11 minutes? You're making your defense be on the field 11 minutes of a quarter. Yes, it does hurt when the defense can't get Pittsburgh off the field. I will say this. While I know that the Pittsburgh Steelers do draft fairly well, the receivers are very capable. Their receivers last night played at about, they were given 150%. Some of those acrobatic, unbelievable, borderline unbelievable. I mean, they were great catches. Unbelievable. I don't know. Maybe a little too much. They made fantastic catches. I mean, how do you get an offense off the field when they're giving it 150% out there? You would have to match that. It's hard when you're on the field for 11 minutes because your offense decides, we're not going to move the ball. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to get paid to be an NFL offense and do nothing. We're going to gain like 3 yards and then punt it every time. Holy shit. Why is this asshole still the offensive coordinator for this team? You can't even call himself an offensive coordinator. An offensive coordinator would get offense, especially in the fourth quarter. Hell, most of the game doesn't damn matter at all. The fourth quarter matters the fourth quarter probably matters as much as the other 3 quarters combined. You have to... It's okay if you don't score many points in the fourth quarter because you scored some in the previous 3. But you got to get a few first downs. You didn't even get a first down. Of course, you know that by now by me saying they only got 6 yards. It's not even a first down one time. Why is Greg Roman still in this organization? Hell, John Harbaugh is the head coach. He's letting this happen. Why the hell is he still in this organization? How many times over the past years, since they've won the Super Bowl, we'll go back that far, have we been discussing the inability of the Ravens offense to do anything? When Morningwig was here, what was it? He wants to throw the ball all the time and abandons the run. Greg Roman, this asshole, is like, I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to run the ball all the time and abandon the pass. You can't even get an offensive coordinator that understands it. You can't just go out there and run, and then maybe throw a pass or two. And then you get teams like the Steelers that have 6-man fronts. It's going to be hard to run the ball against that. That's why they use a 6-man front. Hell, I'll question Eric DeCosta. Like I semi-alluded to, that this has been a problem over the past several years. He's allowing it to happen too. I think it's time for DaCosta, Harbaugh, and Roman to get the hell out. I almost said it that time. Time to go. Time to go. I don't care that we won a Super Bowl with Harbaugh. I don't care. What have you done for me lately? Jack shit. You haven't done anything for me. You can't find a coordinator. Because you sure as hell can't run a damn offense. So you better get your ass out there and find a damn offensive coordinator that can. Well, you can't. Time to go. Time to go. You gotta go. DaCosta's not doing anything about it? Guess what? Time for DaCosta to go. Yeah, I fumbled on that one a little bit. The Ravens GM, Eric DaCosta, gotta go. You gotta get rid of Harbaugh and bring somebody else in here, or you gotta go. It doesn't look like you want to get rid of Harbaugh to me, so time for you to go. And it's time for me to go. I am the Angry Ryno. Please like and subscribe. Fly, Ravens, fly.